lovely to see all of you today. I never know how to start these things, so I was like, hi. So what am I here for today? I'm getting used to doing lives again. It's been a long time since I've done it. It's been a rough year. I've shared kind of about my dental issues that I've had over the last couple years, so I have been shy in getting being live and talking in front of people, but I am not going to let that hold me back anymore. So if you ever wonder why I'm missing a front tooth, it's a long story, but it's been a sore spot for me, and it's been hard for me to show up for myself, but I'm not going to let it hold me back anymore because I have things I want to say and share, and being ashamed of something so aesthetic is silly. Letting go of that. It's almost like this idea, like, if I wasn't pretty enough, people won't take you seriously. And that's been like this weird trauma bind in my head for a long time. So I am going to keep showing up because I want to, and I want to be here, and I have something to say, and I hope that I can offer insights or support for women who want it. So I wanted to jump on today. I've had so many things pop up lately about what I want to talk about, and it seems like I don't have enough posting or real power or time to really get it all. So I'm going to do a live here, and I'm also going to be doing a podcast later. And I also want to share that I am going to be getting interviewed by Birth Like a Mammal for their podcast. I believe that's the name of the podcast as well. That's their page. I'm trying to remember it off memory. If you watch this and you're from Birth Like a Mammal, please post that below what the podcast is. Share that so people can find that as well. So I'm going to be talking with her next week? Maybe 2 weeks. 23rd, I believe it is. So I'm really excited to do that. I haven't done any interviews on my podcast, and I have not been interviewed for any other podcast yet. So this will be my first kind of collab with somebody else. And I love what they post, and we're very much on the same page when it comes to how we view birth and that expansive potential for women. So today I wanted to pop in and discuss the connection between birth and body work. And I think sometimes there's kind of a confusion of what I do, because I'm not just sharing about birth or pregnancy. I also get into body work. I worked as a yoga teacher for a long time. Before that, I was a personal trainer. I'm certified in regenerative nutrition. It's hard to say. Meditation, yin. Like I said, I'm a yoga teacher, and I haven't completed my certification for herbalism, but I've been in herbalism. I have a master herbalist study that I'm in right now. I've done some Reiki courses. I've done raw food nutrition courses. I went to Radical Birth School with the Free Birth Society. I have a lot in my arsenal in terms of what I've done and studied, and constantly looking for more. I'm constantly immersing myself in new information and exploring new topics. I love self-study. And something I have found for myself, I was very devoted to like research and studies and an external thing confirming my belief system. For the longest time, I always kind of searched for that. I always enjoyed science. Science was a big, I actually was very good at science. It was one of my top subjects in school. Like human psychology and all of that has always been very fascinating to me. through nutrition and body and yoga and fitness. Fitness has always been a big part of my life. I was an athlete in high school. So science and study has always been important to me. But I didn't realize for a long time that a lot of what I was doing was just searching for a confirmation of what I was feeling to be true. And I think a lot of us get stuck in that, where it's good to go and research and always be open to gaining wisdom and information. But at the end of the day, we have this innate and intuitive connection to divine wisdom, which is the wisdom of the universe, the wisdom of our ancestors, the wisdom of everything. Oh, God, source consciousness, whatever you want to call it, it is the all source. And we have that connection in our body, in our being, that consciousness connection that we all have incarnate in the human form. We have the connection to that wisdom, and that wisdom is priceless. To me, that wisdom is so much more valuable than anything you can find in a textbook or in school. Because while there can be a lot of value in what you can learn in school or courses, and I went to college, so I'm not disregarding school and education necessarily. However, I do homeschool for many of my own reasons, because I went through all of that public school system and college. But the thing is, when we go to gain knowledge through books and information through courses from other people, what we're doing is we're reading the information and sources and research of another person's perspective. And depending on which course you're taking, really think about where that information's coming from. Who wrote that information? Who wrote this course? Who wrote the book that you're reading? And do you trust in their wisdom? So like a lot of the studies published out there are published through like pharmaceutical companies that I don't support. So those studies aren't really valuable to me. I don't find them valuable because a lot of those studies are just a way of confirming for a pharmaceutical company a drug that they want to give you, or a certain information about a disease or illness or whatever it may be, to bring a confirmation bias for their benefit. And this is a hard thing to kind of explain and grasp, but that's kind of the beginning of what I want to say in terms of how it comes into birth and body work. Because coming back into our own body, to be able to come back and trust in our own physical body, meaning we trust the wisdom that comes from within us, to reconnect with the wisdom of the universe, with the wisdom and sensations of our body, where we lean in to the sensations and voice of our body, healing through traumas, understanding our intuition. That comes back to a deep connection to universal wisdom, which is the wisdom of the universe, our ancestors, etc., the divine. And if we don't have a belief in that or a trust in that, then we're going to keep looking for the external validation from something outside of us. And that's where coming back to the body is so valuable and powerful for me. Because when it comes to birth, the reclamation of birth, the true sovereignty of birth comes from the trust, the belief in our body to know how to birth. Like we instinctually, biologically know how to allow ourselves to birth and allow physiological birth to unfold. But if we put more value in science or a certain type of modern medicine or a doctor or whatever it might be, of medicine, something outside of us, then we're not going to trust in our body. We're not holding the trust that our body is capable of moving through birth, moving into the pain of birth, into the divine unfolding and transformation process that comes with bringing new life into this world, coming to that veil between life and death and ushering in a new soul. When you're not trusting in that, then we keep grasping for something outside of us to save us or to support us or to control our birth process. So that's where reconnecting to the body, doing body work practices, somatic healing practices, meditation practices, that's where our wisdom begins to unfold again. It comes back to us. We need to remember our own divinity and the powerhouse that we are. Because if you don't know that and you don't trust in that, it's almost impossible to really have a true physiological birth and have a trust in that birth. So the first step toward wild birth, home birth, rebirth, unassisted home birth, whatever you want to call it, is the trust in your body. The trust in the ability of our bodies with the connection to our baby to unfold on its own. That baby knows how to birth. Just like a kitten knows, a litter of kittens and a cat, just like they know how to birth. Just like dogs know how to birth. Just like primates know how to birth. Mammals know how to birth. We know how our bodies know how to birth, even if our mind doesn't know. Even if your mind can't comprehend, put it into words, and truly speak to birth and what it is, your body knows. And we need to be able to understand that. So allowing ourselves to reconnect, and so much of society, so much of humanity, and this is something I've seen more and more through the last 3 years, through the COVID stuff. As a yoga teacher, I see it. I saw it time and time again where we're doing everything for like a workout. Everything is a workout. We want to lose weight. We want to tone our body. We want to gain muscle. But no one is truly grasping the true meaning of yoga and yin and the energetic flow that we are tapping into through these practices. It's not about losing weight or getting your muscles to build up. Not all of that is, those things are kind of natural byproducts. But to focus, doing body work, to focus on like that expectation of losing weight, gaining muscle, whatever that is, you're disconnecting from that body-led support, that intuitive body-led support, that guidance. And that's what I had to learn over the years of being a yoga teacher and in yin and nutrition too. It all comes back, and I've seen it with all of it. That's how I've kind of come to this place, is nutrition and fitness and yoga and birth. All of it links back to reconnecting to your body. Trusting in your body to guide you toward what's right for you. And that can't happen until you trust in your body and stop trying to disconnect from it. Society is so disconnected from our intuition. We look to the external knowledge, going into the schools and following gurus, whatever it may be, for somebody else. We're outsourcing our knowledge to get that external validation, for someone to tell us what we need to do, tell us what's right for us, tell us what the best diet is, tell me how to birth my baby. Tell me how to eat. Tell me how to work out. Come back to your own wisdom. That's your guiding force. That's your powerhouse. There's nobody outside of you that is going to know you. And as long as we keep looking for someone to save us or control our body, we're outsourcing that wisdom. And we're not taking, so here's your step to sovereign birth and sovereign motherhood and your own sovereignty in your body. Self-responsibility. Taking responsibility for your own life, for your own health, for your own body. And knowing that you're the only one who is truly capable of fully nourishing, supporting, and healing it. No amount of modern medicine can fix you, because none of it is truly there to heal you from the base cellular level. That is why I love regenerative nutrition, because not only is that about stripping your diet down to cleanse at a deep cellular level, it gets out all the waste and obstructions, it cleans your colon, it cleans your digestive tract, it gets your lymphatic system moving again, your kidneys function, it gets the organ functions back to optimal level. That's at a physical level. But once you undergo that type of detoxification, which our bodies are designed to do, but with the way we have been eating for many years with the toxic food industry, our bodies are so congested. That natural detoxification process that our bodies are supposed to be doing is so stagnant and backed up. It's not doing it properly. So we have to undergo these cleanses to get our body back to normal function. And as you do that, the nutrition, stripping this nutrition down, undergoing these types of cleanses and detoxification processes, that is the gateway to awakening your next level of consciousness. It's get your energy flowing back in free flow, back the way through your energetic channels, through the meridians. It gets things functioning the way it's supposed to. And that opens up a whole nother portal to an expansive consciousness of the next level of your wisdom. That takes you down another spiritual pathway. Not everybody understands that nutrition isn't just about what your body looks like or how you're eating or whether you're on the perfect diet. It's about coming back to your intuition to guide you in the ways of eating. Because once you get into regenerative nutrition and dive into that cleansing process, your diet will change after that. Not because you're restricting it in a harsh way or resisting certain foods. It's because your body is going to tell you what it likes and what it doesn't like. It's going to be much more vocal. I'm going to say vocal. You're going to be able to tap into and understand a little bit more of how your body is speaking to you. That's the point of doing regenerative nutrition. It's not just about a specific nutritional diet to follow. You're getting more of an intuitive connection to your body to be able to listen to what feels good for you and what doesn't, and following that process. And it's the same with all types of body work, healing past birth traumas, the somatic movements, body awareness through meditations, yin. It's all about listening to your body. Your body is the way. The sensations are the gateway. So to really get into a sovereign birth, to be able to allow it to unfold the way you want it to let birth unfold in its divine way, you need to be able to trust in your body. You need to be able to trust in your intuition and let it guide you. And the intuition is that deep. The intuition is your body speaking to you. And there's a difference between your intuition and a trauma response. Many of us are allowing trauma responses to lead us, thinking that's your inner voice telling you what to do. But a lot of it, if that voice is telling you to go a certain way because you're in fear or worry or anxiety or you're trying to control it, that's not your intuition. And we often mistake trauma responses for intuition. So being able to go through this journey and begin to discern what is intuition and what is your kind of trauma responses, trying to control the outcome of an experience. Trauma responses are kind of a self-protection behaviors. Intuition is a guiding force. It is your body speaking to you. And that's what is the beauty of this process, because I can't tell you what is what. It's your own exploration that brings that up. Put on music and dance. Let your body guide you. Close your eyes, let your body move with the music. Feel the sensations in your body and move into it. Lean into the discomfort. We constantly want to run away from discomfort, want to run away from pain and escape the body with medicines, with all the other things to get us out of the body. Come into the body. Birth is all about being in your body. You need to be deeply connected to the body. And that's where the magic unfolds, not trying to escape it with drugs. We're so scared of the pain and the perspective idea of death, whether it be mom or baby, that we want to hand that responsibility to somebody else, to almost offset the responsibility. It's time we come back into our own self-autonomy, being deeply grounded in our bodies and not always escaping. We're in such an escapism society. And the real reclamation of birth is the reclamation of our bodies and our intuition. So I'm going to leave it there. I got a lot of work to do today. Hopefully I'm going to do a podcast tonight as well, so keep an eye out for that. You can go and catch up on any of my other podcast episodes, Wildly Awakened on Spotify. Bye, guys.